Hi, good morning, friends. Today I'm going to speak on an interesting topic, and I'm sure you are all going to love this video. This video is about selling. Now, you might be thinking that I'm not a salesperson, so how this is going to be a useful video for me? Let me tell you that selling is a very common phenomenon in all our life, and that's why people say life is all about sales. You might be thinking that I'm just working in a profession which doesn't involve sales, or I'm a student, or I'm just a normal housewife, or I'm a businessman, but I do not do the sales. I have got my people who do the sales. So, how sales is really required for me? But do you know that our existence is based on sales? Well, if you listen to this video, you'll understand that how selling is important and how we can improve this skill of selling. Think for a while that whatever we do in life, it involves conveying our ideas to others, convincing them, and then finally getting it done. This process itself, if you understand deeply, it is actually trying to sell something to others. So take for an example that when a small child is telling his dad to allow him to go for a movie with his friends, or maybe you think that when a child is telling her mom to give an ice cream, that he is just requesting his mom, but the mom is not ready to buy an ice cream, giving her own set of excuse that no, it's going to give you a bad health, bad throat. But the child keeps on trying to convince his or her mother by trying to create sympathy and giving different excuses that I'll be a good child, I will do my homework, I'll do my this, and then finally the mother is convinced. In the similar manner, if you are also a manager, or you are a salesperson, or you are just an executive in any different sphere of life or any other department, and you have to get your things done, you also have to convey your ideas to the people, get it convinced, and finally get it done. So it is actually nothing but selling. And of course, when you go for your interview, that is also where you sell yourself. You sell yourself as a brand. These days there is too much of competition where people have to prove themselves. But what exactly they are trying to prove? They just want to make sure that they can express themselves in front of others and make people believe that how they are unique to them and how they are going to make an impact to their business. So when you are going for an interview, you also have to convince people in telling them that how you can be useful to them. What are the skills you have which are unique, which actually can be helpful or beneficial for others. But before I'm going to tell you all these things, let me tell you a very important thing in life, that if you want to become a good salesman, start thinking about what are benefit for your clients. Start thinking about that how you can make a difference to someone's life. Because most of the time, the salespeople or the people in sales make a mistake. They think of their own interest. They think of that how I'm going to gain, how I'm going to make my sales, how I'm going to reach my target. But what is more important, you also need to understand that your client or your customer or the people on the other side, how they are going to be benefited. Because it is a important thing that if you do not think about others, they will not think of you. So you have to definitely think about their interest, their profit first. And when you think about their interest, their benefits, definitely they're going to think about yours. So today, my friends, the topic is about how we are going to enhance our sales skills, right? And I'm sure, like if you listen to this video, you're going to get a complete 360-degree approach to understand that how you can change your selling style. So if you really want to improve your selling skill, then I will tell you that stop becoming a salesman. Yes, you hear me correct. I said that don't become a salesperson. If you really want to help people, then start thinking as a consultant. Now, what's the difference between a salesperson and a sales consultant? A salesperson is only trying to babble and say more about the features of the product. Suppose, for example, I'm selling this wristwatch, so I'll be telling my client that what are the features of this watch. This is from, for example, it is from a so and so company. It has got a feature. It is a stainless steel bracelet. It has got a nice style. It gives you a good time, and it looks smart and sleek on your wrist, so you should go for it. But what I really forget on saying that how this wristwatch can be beneficial for my user. I never say that how this wristwatch can change your life, how this wristwatch is going to make you look smart, how this wristwatch can add up to your personality, how this wristwatch is going to bring a different shade in your personality. So how you really make people believe about the benefit of the product is more important, because my friend, feature is there in your product, but benefit is there in your customer's life. And the moment you start emphasizing more on the benefits of your customer, you are actually going to make the sales. So let us understand that how many times you have given instruction to your sales team, and you as a manager have expected that you're going to get result. So you must have given them a good plan, you have given them a good training, you have given them all the sales stuff, all maybe the brochures, you have given them the nice presentations, but still you find that something is lacking for which your team is not getting the target. So if this is the same scenario with you, then you need to rethink on your entire approach once again. Yes, so you have to train your people that stop enhancing more on the features, start thinking on the benefits of your products. And the more you do that, you actually are trying to minimize the gap. You need to understand that what is the need of your client, what is the need of your customer, and once you understand, it will help your team to connect better with your client. Think about the critical success factor of your customer's life, how the foundation of your business is really going to base on your customer's benefit and success. Because if you think of fulfilling your target, your interest, I'm sure like you will end up just getting a part of the sales. But if you want to exponentially grow in your sales, then you need to understand that how I can make my customers more successful, how I can make my client reach his target. And if you're doing that, then you really become a consultant and no more just a salesperson. Right? So if you take the responsibility of growing your customer, if you really identify the critical success factor of your client, I'm sure you are going to make a lot of difference to your sales. Right? And there are so many important things which are involved in sales, which definitely are important. But this, what I said, is just the foundation stone of becoming a good salesperson or enhancing your sales skill. I'm sure like you must be thinking that how we are going to implement all these things in the practical scenario. Let me give you an example. Suppose we are here to discuss about, say, a group of motivated people who are basically trying to go for their next sales assignment, and they're all thinking that how we can come out with master sales and we can really give a wonderful result. So and they must be having a wonderful plan, they must have a great assignment. But what they really need to focus on is how much they have really done their homework on understanding that what is that thing which they are going to say to their client, which is going to impact their decision making. Because many times we just think up that how we are going to final assignment and how we are going to back the assignment. It's just that we take their decision. But do you know that the way you sound, the way you speak, the way you actually make them understand about the benefits, it is actually which is going to influence the decision making. Tell them that how your product or how your service is going to impact them in their delivery, in their business. And if you can convince them, if you can let them understand that how your solutions are going to bring wonders in their life, how it's going to save their cost, how it's going to save their money, how it's going to give them maybe a better recognition, I'm sure they will be understanding you. because we need to really understand our customers' life pattern. We need to understand that what actually is really comfortable for them. You must have seen like the change which has come in our modern life. We have come through globalization, but recently, if you have noticed that the lifestyle of our people in different parts of the world has been changed drastically. So we all want to do our business in different level of our convenience. You must have seen that the time when the retail market has come, there is a lot of changes in our life. People love nowadays to go to supermarket for their shopping needs. But there are still people who are going to the departmental store or their old grocery shops. Why? Do you know? The reason is the level of convenience. They still find it comfortable to go to the grocery shop. And there is always a part of population who loves to go to the retail shop because that is also the level of convenience. And they are basically just going there because it is where they find it comfortable to do the trade. So my friends, if you are also thinking that you are going to improve your sales and your selling skills, you need to understand the level of convenience. Are you really thinking about the level of convenience of your client or customer? If yes, then you are really ready for making your wonderful sales. Thank you so much for friend listening to this video. I'm going to be back with one more video on selling skills with more advanced knowledge and skills to becoming a good salesman. Till then, stay healthy, stay positive, and make wonderful sales. Goodbye.